And this is Family Magic Weekly, where we purchase the white bread that you use to make the turkey sandwich leftovers from that become your vacation in that particular metaphor. Plus Christmas.
Plus Christmas.
But I also wanted to make something very Christmassy. It could be the tree. Or we could be the ornaments that bring grandeur to the tree of your vacation.
Okay.
So this week we wanted to talk about something that I didn't even actually know was a thing when we were planning our trip last year, which was William's first trip. And that actually was the Harmony Barber Shop. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, when they talk about going to Disney, they know about the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, which is where you go to get your daughter all dolled up. They'll put you in a princess gown, they'll do your hair, and they throw fairy dust around. Tends to come with a large price tag. But not a lot of people are familiar with the Harmony Barber Shop, which is
Right when you walk in.
right when
On the
you walk
left-hand
in,
side.
right on the left-hand side.
Next to the firehouse, I believe?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is a great place to get your son or daughter's first haircut.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, can't believe I'm saying this because it's in Disney parks, very reasonably priced.
Mm-hmm.
And they do a fantastic job.
Yeah, they make a thing of it. This is something they do. They do first haircuts fairly regularly there, so it's something that everybody working there is pretty good at. And it's memorable because you're doing it at Main Street in Disney World. Like I said, the barbershop's right off to the left. It would recommend that you would make an appointment.
Yes,
they do take walk-ins. You don't have to be a kid getting his first haircut. They'll cut anybody's hair. They would cut my hair. They would cut your hair.
I've heard locals say that is their, like, pass holders, that is their barbershop. That's where they go to get their haircut.
Yeah, I mean, not too many times you can say you took a monorail or a ferry to go get your hair cut.
Also, something to note, well, because it doesn't have to be your first haircut. They also, if you can't get a reservation for Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, they'll do, they can't do the crazy updos and the makeup and things that Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique does, but they will throw the fairy dust and they'll try to, make it special for your daughter. If you weren't able to get into Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, or you just don't want to
put up with that?
Well, yes, it's very time consuming, and it is pricey. I think it's somewhere in the $150 range. Mm-hmm. Whereas I believe when we got William's haircut, it was $25.
Yeah.
And it's not just a haircut. You leave there with a certificate, a first haircut certificate. I mean, if you're just there for a regular haircut, you're not going to get that. And you get these awesome ears that say "my first haircut" on them. And
that your son could wear anywhere from 25 to 40 seconds before tearing it off his head.
But I mean, if you know what a pair of ears cost alone, then you think about, I mean, that's half the price of that haircut right there.
Yeah, and like I said at the beginning, they're pretty good at doing these first haircuts. I wouldn't say they rush, but they get it done pretty quickly.
Yeah, definitely.
We documented the whole thing, as you'll see in the clips that were shown in this episode, and it went by really quick. They seem to they take their time to show your child, like, oh, I'm using this now, and this is what this is going to feel like. So there's nothing that's going to startle them too much.
They're also very careful with mom.
They're very careful with mom. If mom's
She kept asking if I was okay.
yeah, and they'll also they'll keep the hair for you, which I know is important for a lot of parents.
Yes, they put it in a locket, and we have it in a little keepsake bag. They also are really good at selling the distraction toys. We left with a couple of those because they seem to be prepared for whatever kind of whether you have a child that just doesn't want to sit in the seat or one that screams. Like they're prepared to deal with it.
They'll give them a toy, and then if they sense that your child's getting bored with that toy, they open up the cabinet. Boom, there's another toy, and they do the hair removal with Mickey Mouse stickers.
Yes.
It seems like a waste of stickers, but
they used so many stickers.
Yeah, and they stuck them all over them. One of the nice things about the fact that you're dealing with a bunch of pros, giving a child their first haircut, is it kind of takes some of the pressure off of you to entertain them. Thus allowing you to document the moment pretty well. You know, we were able to take video of it, take still photography of it. So we have the video, and we're able to get pictures that Amanda was actually able to put into a nice little scrapbook, sort of documenting the moment, so we can humiliate him with it later.
In hindsight, I think the one thing that I would do is move the first haircut to probably the first day of our trip, maybe the second day. I think we did it on the third or fourth day, and we really let William's hair grow. It seemed that the second I booked that trip, which was 180 days prior to the trip, suddenly his hair started to grow. Like it was, it was impressive how fast it would grow. So the first couple days of the trip, he's got some really long hair. And in the Florida heat.
In September.
Yeah. So he was quite the sweaty mess. Which it seemed to be all resolved as soon as that haircut happened. So I think that, like, in hindsight,
it looks like we took a kid on vacation, and then halfway through the trip mistook him for another child and brought another kid home.
He does look like a totally different kid in the before and after pictures. So I think when we do Audrey's first haircut, I mean, it's different because it's a girl. We'll probably book it closer, and we'll probably set them side by side and have both of them get their haircuts at the same time.
Yeah. So when planning a trip with a toddler, if they haven't had their first haircut, or you think that you're going to be able to hold out so that they don't have it before the trip, it's just something to consider. That's going to make the day or make the trip special, or make the moment of the first haircut special. And it's really only going to cost you about $20-$25 plus, however you want to tip the person doing it. And you know that he's in good hands. It's going to be well documented, commemorated, I guess. So it's just something for you to consider. So if you've had this experience, we'd like to know what you think, or if you have any questions about it, feel free to reach out to us either at Family Magic Weekly on Facebook, at Family Magic WKLY on Twitter. We also have Instagram, Family Magic Weekly. If you take a picture or whatever question you have, I don't know how that would work. And FamilyMagicWeekly.com. And Pinterest. That's it for this week. We hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Be careful.